Well, welcome to another episode of Lords of Lobang. We're back in the studio again.
Sorry for the hiatus.
Yeah. We're back with a vengeance.
Back with a vengeance.
But when are we truly sorry?
Not really.
Not really,
In case you forgot who we were.
Yeah, we're not making enough money to be sorry. To complain.
Just for the new listeners and anyone that already forgotten who we are, I'm Sean. I am currently doing nothing.
Yeah.
There are new listeners?
I don't know.
They might be from some Vietnam or Cambodia.
Yeah, maybe. And then they might not know what I'm saying, but it's, we have Josiah, who's a man of many talents, a producer, director.
Yes. Thank you for listening,
filmmaker.
but screw you, new listener. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, get your ass to patreon.com/lotsoflobang, and you'll get a introduction with our names there.
If you're a hot single female, send photo of yourself to my Instagram.
Wait, so
through Patreon.
So I kind of just sold out me and Josiah lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
You did it for free. It's like women taking pictures of themselves with their feet included.
So you just cut off the feet.
Yeah, you should
cut off the ankles.
So you
the ankles.
Yeah. So the
ankles and above.
For the newer ones, you just go on Patreon to find out who was the other guy that was talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get shit for free.
Send your headshots to I think it fits on Instagram.
Well, technically you do. In the case of this, the one we're going to cover, I think it was for free.
Which one?
The 12-year-old.
Oh, both of it was for
non-monetary gains.
exchange of services.
Yeah, and it's good that we're covering a 12-year-old because PSLE just
got
shit.
just
done,
over.
yeah.
What do we call?
So
idle hands make the what?
Devil's Playground or something?
Idle hands, the Devil's Playground.
Idle minds.
Idle Minds is the Devil's Playground.
It's a Devil's Playground, or in this case,
Idle hands can touch my dick.
An idle 12-year-old boy can suck your dick.
Ooh, whoa. Hang on. Lim Wei Ming.
Lim Wei Ming.
Lim
No,
Wei Ming.
I'm just kidding. Because the story goes around like this.
Because
firstly, I'm not gay.
We don't know what the sexual act was.
Ah, yes. Wait, how many other acts? Was it whipping?
It might be just handsy.
Ah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Who
But
knows?
it's a jail for men after 12-year-old boy performed sex act on him.
Correct.
Wow.
I'm guessing is with the man's consent.
Wait, are you looking at the
Straits
Times article,
Yeah.
right? The Straits Times article was written properly.
Oh, right. That's good.
The other one that Sean sent via Instagram was by some other page. Is it Singapore Forever?
It was by the man himself.
No.
He typed it with one hand.
No, so the fucking article, right? Like it's you have to go to the website and find it, and then it just says that it's written by something contributor.
Right.
The neighbor.
No, it's like fuck.
It might be the 12-year-old kid's classmate who wrote that article.
Because if you're putting news out there,
Yeah.
I think it's your obligation to put who is writing the news.
Right.
So this one,
And at least that person should have should pass PSLE English.
Correct.
Yeah.
like this boy hopefully did lah.
Maybe not lah.
I don't know, but
I don't think
this
so.
just happened last year, March
Right.
of last year.
Yeah.
A man, they don't want.
So he's set one now. He's 13.
Yes, but
okay.
mentally he's 18 already.
Mentally he's 18. Mentally
mentally.
he's ready to get down and dirty.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know the whole story. I've only read the headlines, which is the boy performed the sex act. How it got to that level, we'll get into it right now.
Right.
Because in the article it says a man was at home in March 2023 when his neighbor, a 12-year-old boy, offered to perform a sexual act on him. How?
Out of the blue.
Yes, out of the blue. What?
Yeah.
You're at home alone.
You just ring the bell and be like, hey, are you free now?
You're watching a
Drop
Korean
your
drama.
pants.
Okay, so the story goes that the kid was locked out of his house.
Right.
Right? No one was at home.
Okay.
And he needed to use the washroom.
Right.
So he ring the bell on his neighbor's door.
Yeah.
And then said that there's no one at home. Then the neighbor was like, oh, your parents are not at home, ah?
Right.
Then never mind, you come in for a little while. And then he used the washroom.
As the predator says, just stay in for a bit.
Yeah. And then after that, they sat across each other.
Yeah.
On like different seats in the hall.
Right.
And that was when the kid
Offered to
said, can I touch your private part?
Maybe after he relieved himself, he got turned on by this kind soul.
A 12-year-old kid. And the thing is that the Straits Times article does not go into like vivid details.
Yeah.
So they skip like few steps here, right? They're like, after that, things escalated, and they went into the bedroom.
Yeah.
And they spent time together doing sexual acts on each other.
On each other, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Until the boy's elder sibling came to fetch him.
Right.
Yeah. So that was where the article that I read ended.
Okay.
So they're saying
the
that
Straits Times one, yeah.
the Straits Times one, like they're saying that the case is ongoing. He's already been sentenced.
Yes. 8
How-
years.
Wait. Question: how was he caught? Did the elder sibling saw the act?
Yeah,
Was
no,
he like,
he-
the Straits
whoa.
Times article, right, does not go into any of those details.
right?
No, he did. Small detail.
How?
He was caught only when the boy told his friends.
See,
Oh.
rat. What
And
a
then later he
fucking
got
rat.
to the counselor.
School counselor.
School counselor.
What a rat. You asked for it and then
Actually,
you rat it
he
out.
was not a rat. I think he was bragging.
Oh, he was getting high fives
He was
Yeah.
getting high
from his
fives,
other
it's
gay
like-
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say, who's the biggest slut now? I've got a 40-year-old man dick in my ass.
No, they had how they score points?
Yeah.
Age gap.
Right.
So what's the age
The
gap?
bigger the age
Mine
gap, the more
40
points.
Mine 40 years.
This is 40.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
12
right.
and 52.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That maybe they were influenced by PDD. Yeah.
52-year-old man. Is he married? Does he have kids of his own?
I don't even.
Or is he
I-
single?
Those details
I-
weren't given.
I don't
Wow.
even know how you get to the point where all
You-
you're doing is sitting across each other on the couch.
And then be
and
like,
the
hey, you want to suck my
12-year-old
dick?
boy says, "Can I touch your private part?" And at that point, it's like, "Boy, can you?"
At the point you say yes.
No, you don't say yes. You say, "Boy."
Yeah.
I let you sit on the couch. You watch cartoon canon. You think maybe it's because our cartoon this
It's
day and age-
hypersexualized.
yeah.
Yeah, bring back SpongeBob.
Bring back SpongeBob.
Bring back.
Bring back Rugrats.
Cow and
Yeah.
chicken.
If ever that happens to me, right, I'll be in the living room and my door will be wide open.
Yes.
And I'll make sure that everyone knows, and the door and the gate will be open. Everything will be
Yes.
open. To
Yes.
make sure that everything's up and
No,
up.
if a kid ever says something like that, I would
Yeah.
expect like a sane human being
Right.
to immediately. What is your parents' number?
Yeah.
No, they are
Let me.
acquainted with
What's
each
your
other.
dad's? No, like give me their number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
call
going
them.
to call them right now,
Right.
or I'll throw the kid out. you go and fend for yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Let me call your mom and congratulate her that she raised the whore.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, good job on that.
Yeah, it's shocking because usually you expect the predator, the to make the move. This one,
Right.
the prey did it.
But again, how accurate is this article though?
I don't know.
You know, is this something that the man claims
Said,
that
like-
happened?
But this is Straits Times.
No, but the boy
Right.
and
told
this
his.
Straits Times, and it's explicitly saying that the court document said that the boy
Was
was
the
the
one?
one that initiated the.
Yeah,
The
the man
sexual
is,
activity.
The man went to jail because
Jesus.
he acted on it,
Right.
which he's not supposed to do, lah.
Yeah.
If the
You
boy, yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, the boy tells you, uncle, can I touch your dick? You just tell him,
Can I touch
no.
your dick? Can I suck your cock?
Yeah.
Yes. You said
Can
no.
I fuck your ass? Whatever
Yeah.
the kid wanted to say,
Yeah.
the kid could have said. But it's upon the adult to
Mm.
like
To
say
know better, lah.
no.
To know, like, no.
Right.
And I know I don't play this kind of punk games, you know.
Yeah.
Can't, you know.
Mm.
Try it when you transition, like something like that.
Right.
Like in the future. It's like you eventually.
It's quite
gonna
shocking.
transition.
When I was 12, all I was concerned about
It's
is
fucking-
math
Oh.
and passing my Mandarin.
Yeah.
Mine
If
was
not,
mine-
I come home and get a spanking.
Yeah, mine is
That-
Pokemon
That's all that I care
Pokemon
about. Yeah,
and-
Pokemon.
and-
Digimon,
and-
Pokemon, yeah.
and block catching.
Yeah.
Now block catching will have a whole new meaning. Like one play block catching, you know. It's like which one?
Yeah.
The 52-year-old one, 42-year-old one, 32-year-old one.
Run
Which
away
one?
from the
You
pedophiles.
want to run away from the pedophiles.
Oh, run and catch the pedophiles.
Ah.
And then later you go to the cops and then get
Yeah,
them arrested.
This would have been better, right? Is that if the boy, no, okay, I take back the word better. I mean, like if the boy said that, and then
Yeah.
later his elder brother kicks in the door and like, you've been what's his name? Hansen.
Chris Hansen.
Chris
Hansen.
Hansen. You've
Yeah.
been Chris
To
Hansen.
catch a predator.
To catch a predator. And he's like kicks in. Even if he offered, you shouldn't have accepted. Then
Yeah,
just-
and the brother comes in with his phone recording the whole
Yeah.
incident.
then it's like, what do you all want? My brother wants candy for the rest of the
No,
year.
but another thing,
Yeah.
right? Like,
We
let's
released
think
the
about
video.
this.
Mm.
How did a kid know that this guy would have acquiesced?
Maybe he always caught the guy staring at him lah.
Yeah.
Like always like,
Oh.
boy, how are you going? School Hey, you growing up?
Hey, we got to assume that this might not be his first rodeo.
The 12-year-old?
Yeah. He might have asked this to other men before, and other men would be like, "What the fuck?
Maybe
Get away from me, you creep!"
all the neighbors all come out and say, "Hey, yeah, he did it to me before."
Or you remember like the story we covered about the Clementi Mall, the guy who worked at the bank,
Yeah.
and the school kid.
And that kid was what, 13 or 14, right?
Yeah, I think 14.
Yeah.
14, I think.
Yeah.
So.
The kid skipped school so that he can
Meet this fella, the bank manager.
No,
I think the kid
they
got
didn't
his
even know
dick
each
sucked.
Yeah, but he
Right.
didn't know it. They didn't know each other. Why? It was just
I think it was through Grindr.
Oh wow!
Jesus Christ.
And then there was another another incident that we also covered like long time ago.
Right.
And it was an 11-year-old kid on Grindr.
Yeah. How?
And like a 40-something-year-old guy also like met the kid eventually and now is behind bars lah. Like,
Right.
this seems to be an epidemic within like the gay community. I'm not sure if you have seen the video or Sean has seen the video. It's Milo Yiannopoulos
Right.
talking about like how it's like a rite of passage in like the gay community. So like in the yesteryears when gay men or gay boys try to come out, they usually get met with like fucking like beatings. Or like you get sent to like conversion therapy. Like
Now it's a different kind of beating. It's like beating off.
Yeah, now it's beating off your meat lah. But so it has always been like
it's like a reverse thing. It's like Arthur pulling the sword out of the stone. This is like revealing your dick.
You putting your dick into someone else's
someone
hole.
else. Yeah. So the gay community has for a long time in the past always had like older gay men mentoring really young boys.
So like Merlin and Arthur lah. Damn.
Right.
They ruined the whole round table, man. the whole Camelot. This is Camelot. Like shit.
I think most likely that was also what they were doing there lah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All these fuckers in robes.
Knights of the round table.
right.
Circle jerking.
Circle jerking.
Circle jerking, yeah.
And their name, Lancelot. Galahad. Galahad or Lancelot. What the? Oh, now that you think about it, shit, man.
Kind of gay, isn't it? Yeah.
Arthur is the only one with like
And all of them like being near horses.
And where are the women in these stories? They're never mentioned.
There's
Just all men.
There's one lady, Guinevere, that Lancelot and Arthur fought over lah.
Right.
There's just one lady.
Just one lady.
Because
They fight to prove that they're not gay.
yeah, and she was
So
They were bi.
Oh,
and,
right.
and she was a really good mistress. Like they were into the whole femdom thing, I think.
I see.
Yeah.
I
They were
see.
all in armor, you know.
Right.
So they were like into pegging.
They kept
and,
themselves
like,
chaste.
getting bound.
Yeah, they kept
Right.
themselves chased, you know, with Excalibur.
Yeah.
She has the key to their cock lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it.
He might be the first
Cock
one that ever
cage.
named his sword.
Right. Excalibur.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like,
Is that the cage that's around his
I
balls?
was like, watch me
Might
pull
be.
Excalibur out the stone. This is the sword that can slay any
All
demon,
euphemism.
any beasts.
Yeah.
And I was like, were they the one that went on the crusade? No. What was their thing? Their shtick? Oh, their shtick was to shove it up Morgana's ass. Wait, was it Morrigan? Was Morrigan? What the hell was the bad witch's name?
Morrigan, I think.
Morrigan, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the whole old Merlin and Morrigan had issues.
Right.
It's like the old gay and the new dyke. Like, oh my god. Now that we think about it, right? Oh shit.
Makes more sense.
King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Round table.
Come table.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Circle jerk.
What's the
crap.
game? The wet cookie or something? Or wet?
Where cookie?
Wet cookie. Or is it milk cookie?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Where the last person to come on the cookie has to eat
Has
it.
to eat it, yeah.
Sounds fun.
The only time being a
Sounds fun.
premature, being a fast comer,
You actually win.
you actually
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
You
But
actually win.
even instead of going to that
Or
point,
someone who's turned
you,
on my
you have
cookies
to
lah.
really think hard.
Right.
Who are you hanging around with?
Yeah, who comes up with games like that?
Yeah. The moment you start,
Guys,
what am I doing here?
Yeah, guys, let's take a hot oven baked cookie. I was like, oh, wait, that's good. Like I love cookies.
But there's no time to question this. You
Yeah,
have to
no
start
time.
beating off.
Yeah.
You have to eat it.
It's all quick. It's like once it goes in the oven, it's like yeah, the first one to
Immediately
finish.
someone locks the door.
Yeah, locks
Yeah.
the door. It's like,
And
oh,
then like,
what's
fuck.
going on?
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Yeah. I was like, go. And it's like, I can't even get up. It's like, oh,
Oh, there you go.
looks like we already have a.
This can only happen in a place where guns are not legal.
Wow.
Come, what? On a cookie? Cookie this.
Yes, come on a cookie. White cookie. The weirdest part, right, is I wasn't even shocked when this article came out. I think it's because of we got the...
We have covered like such incidents.
Yeah, but we got the Clementi one already. The Clementi one was already
the Clementi one was insane.
This one also, I'm desensitized. I don't know. Like the fact that the 12-year-old boy is offering to 52-year-old guy, and him acting on it. Not surprising. It's actually also quite sad, right?
Yeah, makes me question whether he's been abused, lah.
Probably.
Or he comes from an abusive
He's
family,
probably been
or
exposed
something
to
like that.
things that he shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
It's also one thing of
And also now, like how like porn is so prevalent on phones.
Yeah.
And then all kids now have phones because their parents are like,
and they also they want to do things that they're maybe not allowed to. Like there's this, we call it curiosity, lah.
Right.
Like that this curiosity inside of them.
Yeah.
And I think they're saying curiosity killed the cat. Yeah, and in this case, it
yeah.
killed all desire for pussy.
It's so important for parents to have like parental control locked on the kid's phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I don't know lah. It might seem very, because I'm not a parent. So just telling them like you need to put more time into your kids, but with the hectic work schedule, but both parents working, hard to say lah. When the brother is the one that had to come and bring him home, so both parents are busy off working.
Yeah, we don't know the family situation, the socio-economic situation, and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a very interesting book actually that I just read or listened to, The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt. He's a sociologist, focused on like teens or preteens, and the book actually covers how like smartphones and social media led to the increase in anxiety and depression among teens. Yeah, and they see a massive correlation. Correlation? Yeah, between the ages where
correlation.
Teens, when social media start hitting in like the early 2010s, and then the increase
was Chinese within him that came out. Yeah,
coloration. Yeah, and then teenagers especially women, girls mutilation reported like self-mutilation, self-harm lah. And then we see that spike in America. He's using like North America as the as an example.
Yeah, you always use the worst one to gauge. Right? You take,
but the thing is that North America is one of I think the biggest pool of like lab rats where they have all been given psych drugs for a long time. This I think started from the late 60s, 70s, and then it exploded in the 80s. Where pharmaceutical companies had like carte blanche to like advertise on TV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like fucking Xanax and all, like,
which is very strange though.
It exploded in
Europe.
use.
Europe doesn't do that.
Doesn't.
Asia as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also interesting enough to like, if you break it down, that's the whole reason why now they're trying to sell body positivity. The whole concept of being obese is okay. Because they need to keep you sick, what? Otherwise, how are they going to sell you medication?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like, that makes a little bit of sense.
And how you start people on medication by just grouping certain symptoms that you might have. Like your daily lifestyle might be fucked up to begin with. And then you are sleepless because you might be drinking too much coffee, your diet is not right. Yeah. You are pretty inactive, so you have energy after eating all those calories and you can't sleep.
Yeah.
And then you watch TV and on television after 10 you get adverts blasting in your face.
Yeah.
Have problems sleeping?
What
visit your doctor.
Ask
your doctor about this medication.
Maybe I get a new mattress. Maybe I should get fucking drugs.
The mattress should be okay.
Maybe should I get,
because the mattress actually performs
but they're
a legit function, right?
Yeah, they're selling you all this shit, right? It's like,
that you don't need, yes.
Yeah.
But the drugs are the worst ones because it takes like some like menial thing that you might actually correct with a change in your lifestyle or your living pattern.
Yeah.
And then they get you hooked on the drugs, and then the drugs start you on a whole cycle of other shit.
That spiral.
Then after that you get addicted to the drugs. Then when you wean off them, you go back and see a doctor. That doctor, instead of like telling you to like get off the drugs, I think you need to go and see a psychiatrist.
And depending on what country you're in, you need a job to go and see a doctor.
Yes. Or you need insurance.
True. So that keeps a workforce there.
Yeah.
Like you need,
and then when you go and see a
doctor.
psychiatrist, right, you get diagnosed with so-called
anxiety
or depression or ADHD or whatever, which only came about like in the last 50 years.
Right.
50, 60 years, right? And
it's increased with social media as well. Especially...
No, the diagnosis have definitely increased lah.
Yeah.
Because now people are also very aware that you can be diagnosed and you'll be treated, and now it's no longer your fault.
Yeah.
Because
that's the best part.
Because I have anxiety, I have ADHD.
When they sell you...
I have depression.
When they sell you non-accountability.
Yes. So immediately, right, it's not your fault.
Yes.
It's the same thing with illnesses like cancer or whatever, right? It's not your fault. You know? It's a virus. It's not your fault.
Yes.
Everything is not your fault. So it's like you have zero accountability.
Correct. You get a fake ID. You enter a club.
Yeah.
You got drunk and something happened to you. It's not your fault. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
In this case, you went to your neighbor's house. You asked to use his bathroom, and then you wanted to touch his dick.
Yeah. Maybe the bathroom was so clean that you're like... Yeah,
no, but the 12-year-old kid one, right, is easier for us to say that his behavior is really, really abnormal for a 12-year-old kid. And the behavior of the adult is also fucked up.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Yeah.
Because, like, when a 12-year-old kid says, can I touch your cock, uncle?
Yeah, that one's different, lah.
Yeah, that's...
Immediately you say to him, don't call me uncle.
Yeah. Call me daddy.
Yeah.
Then he gets on all fours and be like, come here.
Yeah.
Call me master. Something like that. But there's
that
something
was his
really
chance to be
weird.
an adult, lah. That was his one chance in his life to be.
He's going to be an adult soon enough.
No, not the 12-year-old boy, the 52-year-old guy. There's one chance in his life to be a decent person, and he failed. He failed. It was his one chance to I'm
we
better
don't
than
know
this.
if he has like a family.
No, I'm
if he
pretty
has
sure. Right?
kids.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I'm pretty sure, like you said, this kid chose him maybe for out of all the things.
Because he doesn't have a family.
Yeah, no, I think
The way we
doesn't
talk
have
about
competition.
The kid sounds like the predator here.
I mean, like if this guy had
Are we watching the movie Havoc right now?
is this guy like got machit or got auntie or what? If those things are around,
because if he has a wife and the kids at home, they're competition, they're distraction for the 12-year-old assassin.
Yes, there has to be.
So he has to pick a guy who's alone.
He picked the single uncle.
The
always
lonely
says
fella.
hi to him.
Yeah.
The one he felt had the highest
lonely
chance
man.
of saying yes.
Yeah.
The 12-year-old kid is no dummy, and in this case, like
the kid is a dummy under law.
Maybe
he's totally a dummy. So there's no way.
but it's like he's no dummy when
he's a good kid.
Process.
He's a good kid. He was giving love to a lonely man.
Yes.
Love and care and concern.
Yeah, he could have been.
And a bit of pleasure, and a bit of pleasure as well.
Yeah, but in this case, I'm not once again like the whole thing is. It's been brought out of context that this victim.
Imagine this a pedophile's wet dream, dude.
For
a kid to turn up at your door, and then you invite him in, and the kid like, can I suck your dick now?
Yeah.
It's like, what? I don't even do any work. I don't need to buy any candies. I don't go out to the playground.
I don't need an online presence.
Yeah. I don't need to chase anyone down the street.
Yeah.
They come to me.
In his head, it will probably be like, shit,
I struck gold today.
The lavender scent in my bathroom worked. The guy said it would work.
Or maybe this man is like overtly gay.
Yeah,
right.
Maybe.
Could be.
Like
we can only
overtly
assume.
gay, and then the kid was like,
I spent 40 years trying to buy Toto. I didn't strike. I struck the lottery today.
Yep.
Twice. Once when he met the kid, another time when he got caught.
But in this case, I wouldn't say there's a victim lah.
Yeah.
There's no victim.
There is a victim lah.
Under law is the 12-year-old kid
lah.
lah.
And it's still the kid lah.
Society lah.
Yeah.
It is still the kid.
Oh.
I would say investigate the family.
Because the kid, right?
He's a victim of every other thing lah.
The kid is
like
still
a poor
going to be.
background lah.
We don't know whether poor background or not lah.
No clue.
The kid might have a stigma.
But the fact that he says neighbours, right? So most likely HDB lah, right? Can't be landed property.
Who knows?
I don't know. It actually could be
Could be.
Could be landed property.
Landed property, you could have just peed outside. What? It is your property, man. Just pee outside, pee on the door, pee there.
No lah, you pee outside the gate.
No lah, down there got tree. What? You just be,
How we know got tree?
Hide behind a car lah. Hide behind a random car. I've done it multiple times.
All these excuses. You can find multiple ways to pee. Last place you want to be is in your neighbor's house alone lah.
No, but we can all agree the kid had it planned, lah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way the kid went in to pee, then suddenly.
Did he actually needed to pee? That's a question.
Maybe.
Right.
That's a
That's a very big question, because if he didn't actually need to pee, right? This kid is a villain.
Oh,
he's a top-notch criminal.
Yeah, because he's the one that also exposed the guy also.
Yeah.
He went to brag about. Don't brag about it. I'll just tell the kid.
Kid's rat. He's gonna grow up being a rat. His whole family is rats.
Maybe the sex was so bad, right? It's like, dude, this guy cannot laugh. He's not gonna be a long-term partner. Let's just rat him out.
We don't even know whether they had sex. It could have just been a sword fight.
Yeah, it just said sexual acts.
Sexual acts, right?
Should be like, I heard of my friends that people can fight with swords.
Right.
I want to see if my sword can beat yours.
Yeah.
I can see whether my dagger is fast enough.
Because if it's good, right, wouldn't you want to keep it on the down low so that you can keep going back and have the same...
Unless the kid has like a group of gay buddies in school already.
Oh, then they're sharing stories.
What kind of clubs are these? Like, my goodness.
CCA club, dude.
Yeah, what kind of CCA club is this?
Underground CCA club.
Yeah.
The parents lah.
Culture Association.
I always go back to the parents. The parents have done a really poor job.
Either poor job or they were just not non-present not present
Cox and Cucks Association. CCA. CCA. Cox and Cucks Association.
Cox and Cut.
Young Cubs.
Young Cubs. Young Lion. I don't know. They didn't really cover too much on that.
They give us very little information to work with lah.
Yeah.
I think less is better in this case.
Why didn't he use his phone to call the parents and be like, hey, come and open the door, I need to pee?
His phone was used for other reasons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah? Why didn't he call his parents?
He
did. Yeah. He did, but the brother probably said like, I'm only coming back in like 1 hour. Pa and ma, like, you know.
So, alright, 1 hour is enough time for me to jerk off.
They can only come back for dinner.
Yeah.
No, there's nobody at home, so go ask one of the uncles nearby lah.
I think the authorities should hire this kid, right, to work undercover.
Yes, the whole Chris Hansen
online.
The whole Chris Hansen. There's no need for
Unfortunately,
him to
he will go all the way. He will like, don't come in first. Give me 15 minutes alone with the pedophile.
Speak about this.
We can be a lot more convincing.
On our group chat.
What was that?
The kid should become like a double agent.
Oh yeah. And then he tells the journalists or investigators or authorities, give me 30 minutes with this guy. Then you come in and
I'll
arrest
get
him.
him to spill the beans.
Yeah.
It's like
only when I press the buzzer, then you enter the room, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And then he's like, dude, it's been
just
an
before
hour.
Something explicit happens.
Yeah. It's been 45 minutes now.
And then when you open the door,
what's the kid doing?
It just slides open.
Yeah. Then when you press the buzzer, you come in. The kid's like wiping sweat off his forehead. It's like,
I got everything out of him.
All right,
both of them are freshly showered and they're changing.
I got everything out of him. So what did he say?
We just did yoga. We just did hot yoga.
You wanted information.
He's a nice man. He's a nice man.
I misunderstood.
No words were exchanged, just moaning. Yeah. So I could not understand what he mean.
Just meditation.
Yeah.
The assignment was not clear. Was unclear to me. But
so inadvertently he's getting the state to actually
get him
late.
Are we promoting pedophile here? Pedophilia?
No.
How are we promoting it?
No.
We are promoting that this kid should work for the authorities.
We're promoting him.
No. Fuck older men.
We are riffing that
he can be used as bait.
Oh no, but the authorities would never hire him.
Right. Untrustworthy.
Until he reaches the age of consent.
And also he's a rat.
And if he remains youthful, if he looks young enough.
Right. And also you can't trust him because he talks. He talks to his friends, he shares, Untrustworthy, unreliable. You need someone who can keep their mouth shut. And open it only when there's a cock there.
Well, that's nobody now. Everyone has there's a platform for everyone to get out, like to voice their thing and anonymously also.
Look at TikTok, dude. Everyone's like fucking posting
saying
videos
stuff over there. TikTok just blew up. Was it TikTok or Instagram? Wherever it blew up is our next case. DJ Inquisitive.
I think it was Instagram.
Instagram. What a name. What a name. I've never heard of him before.
Yeah.
But apparently he's very big in the clubs, like the club scene.
Is he still big or he used to be big, right?
I think he used to be.
He used to be big, yeah.
I've never heard of him.
About 10 years ago.
But I never clubbed. So
I have friends who know him personally. And their report is that he's always been a creep and everyone knows it.
Oh, there you go.
So I don't know why only now like this shit is coming out.
That everyone knew. Like that,
So-
this was a
This is like a fucking Bill Cosby
Bill
kind
Cosby,
of
like
shit.
everyone knew,
Yeah.
but they kept quiet because like
Oh,
he
did he?
was-
It's like, yeah.
He was apparently a good DJ. Is it?
No,
No
lah.
clue. No
But he
no
was-
idea.
So then why is he so hyped up? Like I don't know why he's so big.
People don't give a shit unless it happens to them.
Yeah, I think
but
he,
as
There are
what-
very few people who
like,
go
what
out of
made
their way,
him-
right?
What
to
made him like a
be-
big thing? Like that's the thing. They didn't. I don't.
I think he has connections with like club owners.
Ah.
So like he can get people like VIP,
Or
put
the
them on the
guest
guest
list,
list.
yeah.
So that's why
You
he
know,
was like
so-
famous lah. Like he was an in thing, and I don't know when he was big. Like I honestly don't know who he is.
Yeah.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
This is the first time I heard of him, and then all this came out.
No, I think you might have heard of him if you were into the scene, lah.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
because when I said his name out to someone, I think was it Tyler?
Yeah,
I
he knew.
immediately knew him, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a big name. Like, wow.
Yeah.
So it's only old guys like us that don't know lah.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
into the whole clubbing scene.
Yeah.
I was a church boy, dude,
Oh,
for the first 20 years of my life.
that was a club
Un-
that was a club by itself also.
Until
Yeah.
the British Empire changed me.
Club Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Club Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, holy.
Did the
holy.
British Empire change you or Liquid Kitchen changed you?
Liquid Kitchen was the
Catalyst.
I stepped up on the top of the slide,
Yeah.
and then the British Empire was the slide, and then
Okay.
the one that pushed me over was a Persian girl.
Oh.
Oh,
And that's where he lost his faith.
yeah,
Lost it.
but not my virginity.
No, it was a slippery slide lah.
That was taken when you were 5. No.
That was taken in Shenzhen.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
slippery slide lah. Nuru.
Yeah, there were a couple of steps up the slide lah. The first one was
Yeah.
Liquid Kitchen. The second one was Shenzhen Spa.
It was a
Then, yeah.
gradual climb.
Then
to the
the
steep
then the British
floor.
Empire pushed me over the edge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in this case, what came out was that he he's a creep, but he's also
Yeah, here we
a
are talking
groomer.
about DJ Inquisitive.
Yes.
What's his
DJ
real name though?
I don't know. Don't care. Nobody
No,
cares.
no,
Maybe it's
nobody
like
cares,
it
no.
starts with I. Maybe it's Ikshen or something. Sorry, Mr. Ikshen. It's like I know that's a celebrity name. So
Inquisitive.
he got into deep shit because it came out that he's not. I wouldn't use grooming, but he was approaching underage girls.
He was bringing a lot of international kids
Yes,
into clubs.
the club. So like
Yeah.
navigating in such a way that they were able to flout the rules and enter.
Yeah. So I
Even
think they were
if
like
the-
16
even
or
if the-
17
Yeah, even if
kids.
the IDs
Yeah.
are bad,
Yeah.
they were just allowed to come in. Because I honestly find it quite weird that you can get fake IDs. I think they got fake IDs in their own countries, or because if they're international students, they've also been here most of their life, right?
Not really. So, international students most likely can get like driving licenses from their home country.
and then they use that
Yeah.
and then like doctor the year or something, right?
Dude, most of them are from international schools. They are
Yeah.
rich to begin with.
They're rich to
Yeah.
begin, and they
And they have friends whose parents might be ambassadors.
Mm.
so they were all
Like
able to get their
diplomats.
hands on fake IDs. And I guess those ones that even don't have the convincing one, this guy managed to like bring them into
Yeah.
clubs.
He managed to circumvent the fucking
Yes,
checking of IDs.
and
lah.
he committed all sorts of acts with a few of them.
Right.
But the worst part is that he's been accused of I think he like got them drunk. Some of them he got them drunk. Other ones he like sent messages, I've got a room, come.
Yeah.
You know, this over like no hidden. You know, the rest of them is like, oh, I didn't know she was 12. I didn't know she was
No,
14.
he knew that she was 14 or 15.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was nothing to do with like looks or whatnot. He just
Yeah.
you're 12.
Wasn't there like a screenshot of a message he sent a 14-year-old or 15-year-old girl
No,
like
so
come to
the-
my hotel room or something?
14.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
12.
She was
14 lah.
14.
That was 14. lah.
Not 12 lah, 14 lah.
The 12-year-old one is what?
12?
There was one 12-year-old one. Like he was it not him sending a 12-year-old that I got a room come or something?
No, that's a 14-year-old.
No, that's 14. Then there was one 12-year-old also. He
Oh, is it?
he like solicited not solicited. He like approached the
Was trying to
12-year-old.
chat up lah.
Chat up
Yeah.
the 12-year-old.
Well,
And it was not like there was no hidden things. Like he was very they were smart enough to like take screenshots
right.
And then
And
there's
this is recent, right? This is
no, there was one that it happened a while back.
right.
Then after all this investigation came out, she came out and said like, yeah, he
Mm.
did this to me, but what happened to my friend was worse.
Right.
She
That was,
said that first.
mm.
Yeah, before she started.
That
her
was the
stories.
the girl that met him when she was 14.
Yes,
I see.
met him
Yeah.
when she was 14, and then she was like a bit maybe starstruck or something.
Right.
So she had a fake ID. I think
I don't think they were starstruck. She describes like what happened in the club, what? So like by virtue of being the DJ who's like
but he got them in, right?
No. So they got in
themselves
to begin with.
Okay.
Right? And then like they spot all these young girls who are like sheepishly like looking around because they don't have the spending power. Right? So just by virtue of being the DJ, right, this guy gets his like own booth. He gets few like a table or so with like free flow drinks. So he gets all
definitely
these
not
girls.
like Stickies lah. Stickies when you only get your booth then afterwards. After you F off.
No, this is like totally different.
Yeah.
So
That's legit lah.
he gets the girls to like come over to the table and then he's like feeding them alcohol, like free flow.
And these girls are like what, 16?
14.
How they manage to get
The
into
fake
a club?
IDs, or?
What? Fake IDs?
But they look.
So
No,
now
that's
we
why I
don't
was,
know.
like, saying,
we don't
right.
know the identity of these girls.
And we don't know the clubs. I don't think they name the clubs, but the thing
Might
is we
be-
don't
might be
know
Ozuk
the
lah,
we
might
don't
be
know the
Ozuk.
we don't know the girls, we don't know the old clubs, we don't know if the bouncers have been told by the DJ Inquisitive.
Yeah.
What a name, anyways. It's like let them in. I'm
yeah.
curious, like something like that.
I can't imagine 14-year-old girls looking 18 or older to get into a
international
club like
schools-
this.
International white kids.
White kids, bigger bone.
Right.
Maybe.
You remember like we've got friends, right, who used to tell us stories about like Attica, the old Attica.
Yes.
Like how you go in, like all our friends at that point were all 18 and above. And they were complaining about how many young kids were inside.
Right.
And they would see like presenters on ESPN, Star Sports, like Singapore, the doing the football commentary and like the punditry and all, they will be there. And these boys will be like going up to them and like, hey, how are you and all. And they will be with like some Asian chick, like hot Asian chick.
Right.
And then they will see all these young girls like just like flocking in. They'll be like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
That's where the whole term the rats just came in. So it was all underage girls.
But it's
Underage
also-
boys don't get in.
Yeah,
Let me just put it.
underage boys don't get in, but
Yeah.
the thing is that letting in underage girls, right, for the club itself,
Looks very bad.
it's kind of
on you.
devious also. Yeah, it's bad, and
But-
also they're not good. They're
But I mean, if you're a bouncer, right, and then you see the ID and this person is 18 or 19, like, okay.
Yeah, to me it doesn't make sense to let in an underage kid. They're not going to spend. But that's
yeah.
why underage boys aren't let in, because they can't spend. Underage girls are not expected to spend, I guess.
No, because
they-
they might find someone in there.
Yeah, so they're
to
using
spend
them as
on them.
bait.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
how
But,
wretched the club is to use them as bait?
To be fair, I think for any bouncer who looks at the ID and sees like 18, I think you have to let them in, right?
No.
No, unless
Unless
you
unless
If
the
you
person
suspect-
looks like 10.
Yes, but you also, if you suspect there's something wrong with the ID, you can call it out. You say
That's
like,
also true.
Because it's I think
But how many of them
it's what the club tells
know
them.
how an international ID looks like? Like
So some of them,
I don't
think
expect a nasi lemak peddler to like know how the Portuguese ID to look like.
there was a
Like
there was,
what are the discrepancies?
there was
that
a
he can
video of like there was a video interview like they interviewed bouncers and they tested them, see whether they can first on looks and then later on the ID. But you might be right, they might not know like international IDs look.
Yeah.
But also I believe is the club's policy. Like, are they enforcing don't let them in? You let them in, your job is, or they tell them,
And also,
if the ID looks legit enough, let them in.
yeah. And also, this isn't 2024. This was like more than a decade
Actually, I
ago.
don't know
Yeah.
when
You know,
was
it
it.
was
this
a
is
kind of a
long
different,
time
long time
yeah.
ago.
more than 10 years ago. It's a
It
different
only
time
came out
back
now
then.
is because he got caught of
He got caught for something
something else, right?
Yeah.
And then all these people are now coming out of the woodwork.
He
to,
got
like,
caught for the 12-year-old one, I think. Like,
Is it?
I think it's the one where the picture of him flexing and then asking, I got a room.
I think that one
14.
That's the 14 one.
14,
yeah.
That is the
I saw
set of screenshots that the 14-year-old.
I saw I saw
Oh,
something.
okay. I think we might have to rephrase it. It was the 14-year-old. She was 14 at the point of time when she interacted with him.
Is she legal now?
I think she might be.
But
Send pics.
So
her name is
no, it's totally anonymous. So
Right.
like, what happened was that she went to the club. This guy was like pouring drinks into their mouths.
Yeah.
yes,
And
into her
then
mouth also.
she KO'd.
Right.
Next thing she knew, she woke up.
No, she remember going into he ushered into like the backstage.
So one was the
oh
storeroom.
no, sorry, which one is?
One is the
Yeah,
storeroom.
one is the storeroom.
What?
So he banged the girl in the storeroom.
And she was like almost half passing out.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she felt she felt like at that point after that, right, she didn't say anything because she felt that she didn't resist enough.
Right.
Because the one thing, I think she was drunk.
Yeah.
So her lack of resistance is from fucking intoxication lah. And after that, it's just that's why she didn't really say anything at that point. But it was rape lah. I mean, no matter what, her age already guarantees that it's statutory rape.
I don't think we have that here, right?
We do.
No.
Below 16 cannot. Below
Yeah, but it's not called statutory rape lah.
It's called underage.
Yeah.
You're not even supposed to have
minor, right?
Minor.
Under 16 is considered minor, yeah.
Sex with a minor.
Sex is for minor.
Yeah. So this guy
sex with a minor and plus she's drunk, she can't consent.
Yes.
So double whammy, I guess.
This was when he was mid-20s, so I don't really know when he was 4, yeah. Okay, so the 14-year-old one is the one that he sent the flexing picture to.
Right.
I don't know where I saw the 12-year-old one. I cannot see it in the Instagram. More people. 12-year-old, yeah, something like this. There's one that I think was messaging a 12-year-old on either social media or something.
Yeah.
And
hey, he's lucky not to meet the 12-year-old boy, when he comes knocking at his door.
Not the right gender.
Yeah, he's like, sorry, I don't swing that way. And then the boy's like, fuck.
He's fully straight for kids. Yeah, fully straight for kids. I think he sent her a picture of her in bed, one of the girls in bed.
Right.
Like after the deed.
Right.
The other one is the one that was anonymous. She was saying she was let into the club. He got her drunk, brought her backstage, and then did her in the storeroom. And she left, confused and what. But she never said anything until all this came out.
Right.
And that's her story. And at the beginning, she did say he did something worse to her friend.
Wow.
And she cannot say because
it's not her
story to tell.
Right.
But can you imagine had done something worse than that?
Did he take a shit on the head? Like Vince McMahon? Did he do a Vince McMahon?
So at least Vince McMahon was doing it to adults lah.
And he was paying.
And he was paying the bitch.
He was paying a big
$200,000 a year.
Yeah. Not that
and she was all ready to keep quiet
as long as
until
the
payment did not come in. Then she was like,
And she's a piece. Nice face though.
He was convinced her expiry was like she was past her expiry lah.
Yeah, she's too dumb to set up her OnlyFans and not rely on Vince McMahon.
No, that was still early in.
Yeah, it happened like quite some time ago.
The OnlyFans hasn't really taken off yet.
No, that's also true.
Nah.
It was ongoing for quite some time.
Well, I guess now whores will have an outlet to make some money.
Yeah, after COVID lah.
Yeah, like Nikki Tang 69.
Lim Wei.
Why Lim Wei-ming for what?
It's true. It's true. She's not going to hear this anyway. She's not even in town.
Who knows?
She's American.
Yeah. No, my only thing is this: when this DJ Inquisitive thing broke out, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people were like saying that because on the girl's Instagram on the post itself, right? There were comments saying attacking the girl. Then immediately they immediately went to victim blaming.
Right.
The problem with that for me that didn't sit well is that I don't think anyone denies that this DJ is a predator.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Even those trolls, when they're saying this thing, right? They are saying it just to be in some way. I think it's because I said this before. They received it when they were young. When the parents want you to do something, right? They'll say, "Oh, it's your fault." You shouldn't have done it because it's your fault. Everything's your fault. So they take it to heart. And then that whole thing comes forward like, if it comes from that angle, like if something happened to you, it also doesn't make sense for me to go up to that person who happened to and tell him it's your fault.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. That's what these people are doing, and that part I agree with. You don't go up to a victim, a rape victim, and you immediately say it's your fault. Like it's you don't say this. Usually in those cases, we realize that the officials that are doing it, they're protecting someone.
Right.
They're protecting someone, or they're trying to protect an image or something.
Right. I would say this is your fault to the 52-year-old guy who fucked the kid.
Yes.
Because you should say no.
And I also say your fault to the DJ Inquisitive side.
Yeah.
But I also need to put forth this idea that it's also not good to whitewash everything. Not whitewash. To overlook everything else that could have been before, which is the message that even though you can do it, the whole ID thing.
Yeah.
There was a whole reason there's an age barrier. And if it was and if it's adhered to, right, certain things could be avoided. But in no way, right, and am I saying that it's a direct your fault for going in. I'm just saying that, you cannot overlook the fact that, that those things are there.
You're also playing with fire, right? If you're underage and then you sneak into a club and you're hanging out with like adults.
Yeah, but now everyone's getting very defensive when you say that out. Just throw it out there,
Yeah. I mean,
but there's also another way to look at it, right? You see the behavior that was exhibited by this inquisitive guy, right?
What a name.
It could be the same, right? If it was like an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old. Because his MO, right, was to feed them alcohol,
get them drunk,
and then
have
see
their
what
way,
have his way with them.
Yeah.
Right? So whether they were not
That's
legal or if they were legal, I think his MO would not have changed much.
Yeah.
But my problem with the whole thing here, right, is that the failure, right, to keep these girls safe
is on
like at multiple levels, right? It failed. The failures, right, would have to be attributed to so many different groups of people, right? That is just like so fucked up. Like all these like stops,
right,
all failed. So number one, the parents. Number two, the club, the bouncers,
the establishment
itself.
Yeah.
But they are known
Number
for
three,
like pushing it off to the patrons.
Number three, the authorities. Like, how often are you actually like checking? So like certain countries, right, when you go into a club, right, they actually scan your ID.
Oh yeah, the UK they do it, yeah.
UK they do that, Australia does it, New Zealand does it.
Yeah.
They scan your ID.
Yeah.
So that they have a record that you entered this fucking establishment.
Yeah.
So there's no way of like hiding lah. Like, hey, you allowed them, that means
that's one way we can improve lah.
Yeah, your protocols are not good enough.
Yeah, they scan the ID to make sure it's legit also lah.
It's legit also, yes.
Yeah.
Right? And then they take a picture of you when you're entering.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. In Australia and New Zealand.
Oh, there's like a camera.
There's a camera, so they'll ask you to stand and then they take a picture of your ID and you.
And it makes sense because these areas are where people get intoxicated and
so
like
they will also know what time you came in, everything.
Higher chance of shit happening.
Yeah. So like all of these kinds of steps, right, would actually keep the establishments accountable. And why were they like really bending the rules, right, for this one guy?
Right.
Or was it like so prevalent in like the clubbing scene?
Or was he really like bringing
in
in
like
a lot of
the early 2000s,
crowds,
late like past like the 2010s? Was it so prevalent that people just really close an eye every time?
Close both eyes, I guess.
Close both eyes, or they were actually aiding him in like securing his victims.
That's why I cannot defend him. Because like you said, no matter on what level, even they were legal, so his actions were predatory. So there's no...
And also the fucked up thing is that he used his kind of so-called fame lah.
Yeah.
You know, to like get his victims to come and join him at the booth or the table or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once again, he had an opportunity to be a class act.
Yeah.
Invite them over and then send them off. Just send them off.
Yeah. Like it would be a totally different thing, right? If it was like continuously, it was adults being forced into this situation.
Right.
Then you can say that, hey, you're an adult now. You should have thought more about it also lah. Yeah. Like just because someone is going to give you free drinks
doesn't mean you take everything and get drunk.
You get drunk. Then now.
But my issue is that
you are vulnerable.
But my issue is you're not even supposed to be there.
Correct.
We can't gloss over that fact. Like I get it.
That's why I'm saying that.
So I need to be clear. I do not defend the guy, but also you should not gloss over. Don't go straight to like defending the girl blindly to the point where you lose sight of the fact that they should not have been there.
They should not have been there, but it should not be on the kid though.
No, it's not on the kid.
The kids are inherently
not just
irresponsible.
On the kid. Yeah, not just on the kid.
You can't put the responsibility on the kid
to make that choice lah.
Because you have not given any kids the responsibility to like go and buy alcohol or buy cigarettes.
Yeah.
or do things which adults do.
Yeah.
Right.
So they don't have the fucking capacity to do it, both legally and morally also. What?
That makes
Right?
yeah.
So it's the job of the parents or their guardians or these establishments itself to keep the certain standard that society wants it to keep. What?
Right.
And when all of these different guardians or establishments fail, right? That's when you create the perfect scenario for such crimes to happen.
I get it.
And then a predator took advantage of all of that.
Right.
Yeah, that's better.
It seems like it's quite prevalent back in the day.
Yeah. Fame.
And us kids, right? Like back, even when we were young, right? We would do things, right? Or people we grew up with.
I think maybe that's why.
Or went to school
maybe that's
with,
why I
right?
cannot empathize, because I was never.
No, it's just that
tempted.
you didn't know that this kind of shit
No
was
one
happening.
asked me.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like really, like rich people or even like prominent politicians or like ex-politicians' kids were doing fucked up things also like this.
Yeah.
Like they would like sneak out of their homes, go clubbing, and then come back home by the morning.
Yeah.
People that
Because they
like
could
we know
because
did
they
that
could,
kind of shit,
yeah.
right? So like we cannot say that it's only happening now or it happened in the early 2010s or what. It has been happening for the longest time. Even like if you ask our parents or like our uncles, aunties, even like if our grandparents were alive they would have done shit as well. Like they would have smoked when they were like kids. They might have like drunk alcohol when they were kids. Like they sneaked. They found their way.
Yeah. To rebel against
authority,
system.
their parents, whatever, to just do shit.
Mm.
When you're in school, how many times did you see your peers get like public caning?
That
0.
yeah, I was from a very well behaved.
Oh, my school was like fuck. To the point, right, where it became a mobile caning. They came into the class to give them caning.
Or maybe
I saw like at least 3 times.
There were too many.
They did it very rarely,
three
very
situations,
rarely. Very rarely did anyone get, or maybe they were just better at getting away with it. They're
maybe.
just better.
Right.
Dude,
No.
we had classmates, right, who went into a 7-Eleven and so blatantly stole like those I don't know whether it's still here, hooch. There used to be like a drink.
Oh no more.
No more, right?
I don't think so.
So it's like a fucking hard
or
seltzer
maybe
lah.
it's still there. I'm not sure.
There were SSD officers who came to my school. I thought they were gangsters, dude. Fucking tattoo.
Like to catch
and then
students that were
no,
ganged
he
up,
was like scolding one of the kids lah. One of the older kids who are probably like clicked up with some gang, and then the discipline master was standing there, and then he's like just like screaming in his face, dude, like finger pointing. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
You've been held back in school for 3 years already. How long you want to stay here? So it's time for you to move on, but not in that way.
This is Pongo
No,
secondary
but I get
for
it. I get his point. Like, I don't want to come out like attacking the girl, but I also want to know that the situation doesn't give people to act like the whole. Even if they're not to, like, we can't blame them. I get that, but it also shouldn't. I don't know how to say lah. The behavior itself, even though they're not in control of it, it's not something we can condone also. Even if they're not.
Yeah, but there's no point like
I think there is a point for
giving
me,
it to them.
For me,
Because
yes.
the people who
but that's what
who
I'm worried
could have
about.
done something about it were the parents.
That's what I'm worried about. So you gloss over the stuff. Parents are thinking they cannot be blamed. I cannot control them. I'm not going to do anything.
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying that the blame should be put towards the people who deserved it in the first place.
But
like in my secondary school,
I'm not,
there was a girl who was like a prefect.
Blaming them
Who was a prefect. She got impregnated
okay.
when she was Sec 2 by a 12-year-old.
Wow, the kid punch up.
And
punch above his weight.
Yeah, so she was 14, the kid was 12.
Yeah.
And the impregnation happened at the neighborhood playground.
In the playground?
In the playground, in the slide.
In the slide?
You know the slide with the covered one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't open top lah.
What did you say? He fell onto it? Or what was going
No.
on?
What fell onto it?
Like she slid down? Or
No such reasoning was given. They were proud about it.
Oh. Okay.
See, this is the problem. We should start sex education earlier so the kid would know how to wear a condom. The kid's like, how do I put this on? And the girl's like, I don't know. Okay, never mind lah.
Sex education started Sec 1? Sec 1?
Sec 2 for me, I think.
Is it?
3.
Yeah.
I think mine was
Sec
3.
1, I think the textbook had
Right.
had one section.
I don't think
Unless she's Catholic, lah. She's like, no, this is not of God.
No,
Yeah.
so this one is Mirabos.
The skin
Then
was-
she's like, hey, I have 5 siblings.
Yeah, so like the kid
makes sense.
was a prefect.
The
And then-
12-year-old was also a.
No, the 12-year-old is like sec 1 lah.
But delinquent.
Haven't even 13 yet. So
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
True love.
then the girl who was like in express and everything, right? Then just like slowly didn't come to school anymore.
Did she keep the kid?
I don't know. Didn't come to school anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably kept the kid.
Probably threw it down the waste.
You had to keep the kid and move school already.
Threw it down the gutter.
The fact that she knew what she was doing is worrisome, though.
Threw it down the
Yeah,
gutter.
The
so-
fact that he knew what he was doing also was worrisome.
But the thing is that they are all young, right?
Hmm.
So they can't be blamed for that. The lack of supervision would have to be the paramount reason for them to for them to be allowed to do all this kind of bullshit.
It's hard for me to understand because I don't grow up
Same.
in that scenario. So.
Same.
You know, I remember when I was 12, right, we had this Indian kid who joined our class. He came from another school. And then he was quite a nice guy. Fun guy, play around. And suddenly he just disappeared for a couple of weeks. And then he reappeared again. And then our discipline master like brought him into... before she brought him, she came in and then sat everyone down. Said, hey, be nice to him. He comes from a foster home. He has no parents. He ran away for 2 weeks and everything. And I was sitting there. I was like, what do you mean no parents? I didn't understand that concept. What's a foster home?
Yeah, it
What's
wouldn't
a
register.
guardian?
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? And then the kid coming, he's all smiling. Hey, high five to everyone. Hey, nice to be back. I was like, okay, like he seems fine, So yeah, there are people out there who come from a very different world.
Yeah. I guess that's the part of me that cannot get over it. Like I get we can't blame. That was a very good explanation. I realize the blame can't be put on the lady, and I think I don't want to come off as too harsh as blaming them, but I also part of me just
it could be that their parents are at Bilderberg meetings and then the kids like, hey, let's go party at Zouk tonight.
Yeah, it's usually at that level.
Yeah.
Or it's at the scum level.
yeah.
In between, right, we are all like very afraid of what consequences our actions could bring.
Yeah.
But the other two extreme ends, right, it's usually fuck. We covered another one, where this girl went to a guy's house, and then the girl was like 14 or something, got her like quite drunk. Then she wanted to use the washroom, the Chinese girl.
Then
they did the Instagram live.
When they charge? Oh yeah.
I don't know.
What, the jacket one? Is it the jacket one?
No.
Oh no, that's at the park. That's the park.
Yeah,
So
they
the,
did
the Instagram live one, then they actually like dragged the girl down because she was like,
oh
pissed
yes,
drunk.
yes, I saw that.
Then the guy was like, oh, my parents gonna come back. The host, the guy who hosted them was like, oh, my parents gonna come back. And this is like early in the morning. Then they like drag her
down the steps.
down the steps.
Yeah,
and
I saw that.
everything.
Yeah.
Then like they addressed it on Instagram live. So the girl who was abused, that means got sexually assaulted and got dragged down, was there with another butch.
Yeah.
And she was vaping. And even at that point, right, she's still underage.
Yeah.
And she's vaping on Instagram live.
Yeah. Strange.
And then two fucking knights in shining armor, they are trying to attack the guy.
Yeah.
Hey, you why so scared?
It wasn't
Turn on the camera, don't block your face. Like I was like, wow.
It was known influencers, right?
The two guys might have been like
some TikTok fellas, I think.
TikTok fella,
Yeah.
Don't blur out your face. Then I was like,
hey,
what you do?
don't block your face. Hey, you got balls, right?
Hood justice.
Yeah, then the girl is like explaining what happened.
Yeah.
I was like, shh.
I think she was 15 at that time, 15 or 16, right?
Even at the point where she was explaining, right, she was still underage.
Yeah.
Yeah, when vaping.
And vaping. At the point, was vaping legal? Illegal?
No,
it's
vaping has never been legal.
Now
Oh,
it's
but it wasn't enforced back then,
Yeah, now
It was enforced, but now it's stricter.
yeah,
way more
stricter.
severe.
Much
way
more.
more severe.
Now it's quite risky for anyone to take it out in public. I think
$2
it's
grand,
a,
bro.
It's a
$2 grand.
it's
$2 grand
a-
fine. Yeah.
I think it was a ploy.
For
They introduced a soft ban,
yeah.
get everyone used to the habit of pulling out, and then introduce a hard ban, and then they collect the money.
And then money, right?
Yeah, they collect the money.
Yeah,
you
true.
forgot. Okay, 2K. Oh, you forgot.
Oh,
Okay,
but
2K.
people, they are still blatantly doing it, bro.
No, because they forget. It's
It's
become a
not
habit.
forget, bro. How
It's
can
become
you forget?
Like it's just itchy, right? Then you just take out. But then you, then like the oh no, what have I done?
Hey, this is not even in enclosed places, in enclosed spaces. People are doing it out in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's just
It's become a
it's just
second
people
nature.
think that they can get away with shit
Until the
People always think that they can get away with shit.
True.
It's like a human condition Try
See how long.
See how don't
Ask
get caught, okay what?
Ask
Do
the
anything,
uncle-
don't get caught.
Ask the uncle if I can touch his dick.
Yeah.
Ask her.
He
What's
say okay what?
Oh,
Uncle say okay what?
You say okay what?
Yeah.
Uncle say
Then
okay.
after that, he happy ma?
Oh no, happy? Now uncle has to go away for 8 years. Come on,
Yeah.
60 years old, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, it's quick
That one
pro quo.
not my tai chi ma.
He said okay, I touch him, then later he touched me back.
Yeah.
We both need to be happy.
Okay what? Sama-sama.
Sama.
Quid pro quo. Unspoken rule. Imagine the kid in court is like, hey, that's quid pro quo.
Yeah.
I touch him, then he has to touch me back. It's
Oh,
only
he
fair.
did, but he did.
And the judge is like, how do you know the word quid pro quo?
I learned it.
I learned it on Grindr.
I was talking to few advocates.
Oh, fuck.
Wait,
All right.
to end this, right?
Yeah.
I just need to ask this one part. What's the punishment for underage?
Depends
Is
Depends
girls home,
on-
right? Girls home, boys home, right? is it that
Usually they'll start off with like
Community
counselling
service.
Yeah,
counselling.
counselling,
Yeah.
Why do you want
I
to
think
drink?
social affairs or family.
Yeah.
Because
MSF.
Okay, so you see, right? If they committed a crime, like
Then it's
theft,
girls and boys home.
yes, that's a crime.
But this
This
one's like-
right, they have no ability to consent unless the
No, entering.
Entering what?
Entering this public thing. I'm asking if there's a rule. Like there's a rule for the establishment not
Yeah.
to allow them in. But for the one that goes in, there isn't
there will be counselling only lah. They can't do much also.
counselling only, but it's not a crime, right?
It's not
For
a
them
crime
to
lah.
enter the place, right? Is it?
It is because they
No, it's
illegally
a crime
entered.
for the establishment.
It's a crime. You can technically say that they flouted the rules of the establishment.
Yeah, but that's for the establishment. But as in a law, no, right?
No.
There isn't law like if I was 12 years old and I
I
entered.
think they get a fine.
No, they get a fine. Like for
The
the
establishment will get a
but
fine, yeah.
For the kid that goes in, nothing, right?
A
No.
pat on the shoulder and say, hey, don't do it again.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
punishment was the barrier.
Right.
The barrier is the like so-called the
rejection.
the barrier is.
Yeah.
I think the barrier. What can I?
The exclusion
Yes.
is the
It
thing
gives
lah.
them somewhat the
This is when you.
since they were already excluded, letting them
Yeah.
in is no longer their crime is your crime.
We need. Then you
So
ask
yeah.
them, do you listen to lots of Lobang?
Yeah,
Share, like, and subscribe.
yeah.
And support us on patreon.com.
So that makes sense for
And
the clubs to let
send
them in.
your headshot to I think it fits on Instagram.
Ciao.